hello, everyone listening. We're gonna keep all that shit in. not everything. We're gonna cut out the part where Jerry said some really spicy stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah, I know. Thank you
It'd be
for.
funny if we cut that out and then say that we're going to keep it in.
We're off to a good start.
Yeah.
So this is my podcast. I want you to say it. Okay, can you say it?
This is Tacoliquor's Shedcast.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Taco's freaking Shedcast.
Okay.
It's yours, yes.
All right.
We established that.
With one slight disclaimer on this episode.
Yeah.
You want to tell them what it is?
Yeah, fine. If you want me to say it, I'll say it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to our loyal viewers.
Don't you mean viewer?
Shut up. Sticky Licorice. They listened to the podcast and really hated the fact that, for one, I kept saying thank you. So I apologize for that. I'm gonna stop saying thank you. You guys should just be grateful.
We have to
listening.
be actively insulting our audience.
Yes. And second, they really didn't like us joking about the viewership.
So
yeah,
there you go, Gilligan.
Yeah. So just so everyone knows, Sticky Licorice officially hates Gilligan.
So I already joined the rest of us.
Yeah, joined everybody.
They've joined the rest of us.
Yeah, joined the rest of us. So it's pretty funny, you know. I'd say Gilligan's a pretty fun person to hate for no other reason.
Definitely,
I get it. It's because I'm white.
Yeah. But fuck. I'm already getting off topic because I just love talking to you guys.
Yeah, that was a huge aside.
Yeah, huge aside.
Let's just hit this small point real quick.
Yeah, the small point that's supposed to be at the beginning. We're not in the shed. We're not in my beautiful shed. You know, well, like my fully tuned out, air conditioned with heater attached fucking shed.
We're in some grungy garage.
The grunge garage.
I can literally see the studs in the wall. This is so terrible.
Yeah.
But
so there's a funny story about that. For right now, because of some nice car issues, I'm going to be an indentured servant for a while.
A little bit.
Nice.
Yeah. What is, like, how long is this going to be going on that you have to do stuff for your nana?
There's no contract. Like, I'm not sure how
just
long.
Just kind of until you stop feeling guilty?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to try to pay off as much as I can, but...
Oh, okay.
Like, this was the first thing she wanted me to watch my little brother. Like, so... We're over here at my nana's house.
Little brother Taquito?
I really wanted to say that. But I held myself back.
I did it for you.
Thank you.
Taquito is not his son. It's his little brother.
My little brother. And, like, and what was it? You guys got me off track with that stupid joke.
Sorry. I had to be.
We're in just a nice garage that has a lot of nice furnishings, like a dresser and like age-old ladder.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of storage, a lot of bins with some cool stuff. Just set the scene for you.
Yeah.
There's some shelving.
So it's...
Poor lighting.
Okay. Okay.
There's literally a single incandescent light bulb dangling over us right now.
You're lying, but it's... it's empty Modelo can over there.
Yeah. Relics of an ancient era.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different setup. Still one mic. We're working on that. So, and you might hear my little brother and my dad playing outside with a sweet fucking RC Corvette.
Yeah, it's really nice actually.
Yeah,
it's like burning rubber out there.
Epic.
But all that just to say, slight disclaimer: Shedcast is not from the shed today.
Yeah, you know. I think we should just... First episode's not even in the in the shed.
Should we call it GarageCast this time?
It's Taco's GarageCast. Taco's Nana's GarageCast.
Yeah. Just this once.
Yeah. But, what was it? So, there is one new difference. Jared.
Yes.
You exist here.
Yeah, I'm here this time. So
here.
Yeah, that will be...
In the flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is a difference. Now Gilligan has two different people to interrupt.
Yeah. I could feel the hatred.
As I drink my water.
I'm sorry, am I interrupting you? Do you sound like you want to interrupt you?
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so yeah, here I am. I think last time Taco went ahead and gave me like a... Well, I'm going to be honest, when I was listening to it, my ego was being fully stroked.
I was pumping your ego.
And he really, you know, he didn't even like say that much like he wasn't saying like I'm a great guy or anything, but just when he was like,
well, you're not, but yeah,
well, you know, I don't know, but just when he was talking about like the stuff that I'm interested in, I was like, wow, he listens when I talk. But yeah, just you know, I just want to introduce myself. Like I'm Jeremiah. You'll hear Taco refer to me as Jerry, and I don't even.
Oh my god! I think the garage is being raided. ICE has come for me. Holy shit!
Pecans. I think the garage was just hit by a small Corvette.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, there's a gaping hole right there.
Oh yeah,
you can recover that.
I don't know.
The gas is seeping in. But anyway, yeah. So I think Victor mentioned that he said I do music. I do enjoy like playing bass and that kind of thing, and I am a fan of music. And he used the term camera work to describe some of the stuff that I like doing, that just means I like taking pictures. I like taking Polaroid pictures. I'm not like one of the, you know, I don't have like a, you know, Pentax K1000 or whatever, and I'm like, let's shoot, you know. But
the fact that you know something like that, unless you just made that up, the fact that you know that already means that you're a slob.
So,
I mean snob. I'm an idiot. Continue.
Don't worry about it.
Quite the hipster.
You know, I'm not like, you know.
He's not that hip.
I don't wear a little beanie that doesn't cover my ears and like say let's shoot and like keep tweeting about like something big's gonna drop or anything like that. And I'm not trying to build.
Oh, yeah.
I legitimately just enjoy taking like cool looking Polaroids sometimes. And I also recently got into Super 8 filmmaking, so that's kind of something that I'm like doing on the side right now when I'm not in school. So I actually just got this new camera came from Ukraine. Zenit course 1x8 S2, and I'm really excited about using it. I'm just gonna get it cleaned first, and yes, that's about me.
Actually, I saw that camera. He showed it to me in detail one time. I didn't ask, you know, but he dragged me into his house and just kind of showed me. And
I had just got it and I was really excited and like
no, it's really cool.
Yeah. You know, I was really excited and
it cranks. There's no battery power.
Yeah, so like. Okay, I guess I'll just go into this real quick. So this camera is pretty unique in the sense that lots of like Super 8 cameras from that time period, which is basically the 70s to the 90s, they all run on batteries to turn the motors. But the thing with like this camera is it was made in Russia, so like there weren't a lot of like
they didn't have electricity over there, so
yeah they have nothing over there.
The number one issue was no electricity. But that does kind of play into it because there were limited resources. Mm-hmm. So,
because communism sucks.
This is not a political podcast. This is not political.
This is not a political podcast, but that definitely.
Gilligan doesn't know what he's talking about. He's like there's literally pumps in his brain. He doesn't.
But that I'm sure that did play a role in like resource limitations and everything. So as a result, these weren't like really mass produced. They were put together by hand. They're completely made out of metal because like plastic wasn't that widely available in the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
So they have
so they had high quality material.
Yeah, so as a result, the products were way better. So the thing is like it's built like a tank. It's built out of metal. And you know, the other issue, the fact that it doesn't use a battery to power the motor is the other issue is that, you know, on that side of the world, it does get very cold, and the issue with batteries are, you know, it depends on chemical reactions to generate electricity.
I just made a face at Jerry.
He was like, "Oh, really?" You
I made a really sarcastic looking face at Jerry.
Yeah, like, "Oh, batteries get cold." But
oh, really, dumb baby?
I won't go into the chemistry of it, but basically, batteries freeze and they stop working, and it does get cold in Russia.
Does it?
So yeah, who would have known? So it's great because it doesn't use a battery. It's clockwork wound, so you just basically crank it, and it has like a bunch of gears, and it works like that. Which is how earlier 8mm cameras and Super 8 cameras from like the 50s and 60s worked, but that kind of got phased out. But that continued with this model of camera, which was manufactured all the way up till 1993. There was like 300,000 made in 1993, and then that they stopped production. So basically, if you want one of these cameras, and it has other interesting features. Like it has a detachable lens and a bunch of other stuff that you like normally don't see on like Super 8 cameras from that era. But basically, if you want one of these cameras, you have to go on eBay and just basically, you know, like there's some that have never been used and are like fully in their original set, and they've just been sitting in like sheds in Ukraine, which is exactly where mine came from. I don't know if it came from a shed, but like It came from Ukraine.
Oh, God. Oh, my shed? Shed? Oh, shed?
Yeah.
Shed?
It came from Kiev, and so it's a really cool little setup. It's got a bunch of different filters on it and everything, and I'm really excited to start using it. I have some stuff planned out. I just want to get it cleaned first, just to make sure everything's working well. Yeah. It seems like it is, but I'd hate to waste, a 50-foot roll of film and spend like $85 to get that all taken care of, and then like for something to turn out because the camera was a little dusty or something. You know what I mean?
It's cool shit.
Yeah,
it's cool shit. But I'd say that this is like the mandatory part in any conversation you have with your friends or family or people you hate is the part where someone asks who asked.
So are we almost there?
So Gilligan, can you please fulfill the meme quota for this podcast?
Jerry?
Yes.
Who asked?
No,
okay, that's very interesting.
Okay, there we go.
But who freaking asked?
That was very interesting. I really value you as a person and a human being. I think you have a lot of potential, in life, but who... Jerry's staring at me right now.
So yeah, that's what I'm into.
Mm-hmm.
That was very interesting. I do have a question though.
Sure. What is
you mentioned that it's fully made of metal. But is it heavy?
Oh yeah, it's 2.5 pounds.
That's not that heavy.
Well,
Well, I mean, how big is it? I don't know. That's also something that I don't know.
About like this big.
It's about it's about the perfect shape of a gun.
Taco handled it. Yeah. It has the pistol grip on it, so it kind of looks like you're kind of looks like
can't
you're
bring it
carrying.
into the airport.
Sorry for coughing, by the way. Sorry for
coughing.
coughing.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah, but it looks exactly like the kind of thing you want to take into airport security. Security? Yeah. Am I an idiot? Security?
You are an idiot.
I don't know. If I ever fly with it, I may detach the pistol grip just to keep it a little more low profile. I don't know.
Oh yeah, so you can sneak it in.
No, I mean, just so it's not like straight up. Is it a gun?
It's a very fancy gun.
Are you saying you don't want TSA to rummage through your luggage?
Well, what I'm saying is I don't want TSA to perform a cavity check on me.
You'd love that.
As much as I enjoy, as much as we all enjoy a good prostate massage, I'd rather it's a bit of a sterile setting to get.
Gilligan told me that's the only reason he goes to the doctor anymore.
Oh really?
For the exams.
That's
the only
true.
reason. That's the only reason.
I don't go to the doctors.
That's the only reason you've been holding your pee for 3 weeks straight to mess up your prostate, so you get it checked, huh?
Yeah. That's not true.
You've been dribbling lately.
None of this is true.
That's not true. I don't.
Though he does dribble.
I don't pee because you're not supposed to pee before marriage, dude.
Oh,
okay, that's fair.
Got it. You don't want to deplete your reserves. For your wedding night.
Yeah, it's a sin.
For the golden shower.
Yeah. So is that what you mean by when you tell me you should always be locked and loaded?
Some piss on deck.
This is why I don't let my mom listen.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of TSA going through your luggage,
okay.
I have a pretty interesting story. So I mentioned a little earlier before we started filming the podcast that over New Year's I visited my uncle in Boise, and when we flew there
what is that?
Boise? It's a city in Idaho.
What is that?
What's Idaho?
It's a state in the United States of America.
Here?
Yeah,
in California?
Guys,
Yes.
I think I have a dumb joke coming. Idaho? I don't know. Okay. I want
That's funny.
I want that on a t-shirt.
That wasn't even...
I know it's...
That wasn't... I wouldn't even call that a joke. I don't know what I would call that.
It's pure fucking comedy.
Okay, so you were in Boise.
Anyway, I was flying to Boise, and I checked my luggage.
Boise.
Yeah, I checked my luggage for the first time in like 5 ever. So I
fuck you. Continue.
Yeah, anyway.
14 years old.
Yes. Anyway, so I was like, hey, you know what? I have this little travel lock that I've been having sitting on my desk for like a year since I got it included with the backpack. Might as well put it on my luggage because it's going to be going through TSA. If it gets lost, I don't want people to rummage through my stuff and steal my laptops and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely someone will steal something that belongs to you. Go on.
Yeah. Anyway, and so I put the lock on. And I put it through security, and TSA were like, there's something made of technology in there. We're going to have to check it. So they broke my lock.
Your laptop was in the... You said your laptop was in there?
Yeah, my laptop was in the luggage that I checked.
Well, couldn't they have just asked you to open it?
Well, no, because it was the TSA checkpoint when you check luggage.
Oh, because this wasn't carry-on. This was...
No, yeah, this was
This was the one that's like they're gonna put it in below deck or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, below deck.
Below deck.
What do you call it on a plane?
I think you would say below deck.
Below deck.
It's still kind of it's like an airship, so I guess it makes sense.
Okay. So
yeah, they broke my lock.
and they didn't reimburse you.
Yeah, that lock that I spent literally nothing on.
What
I'm
a
so
shame.
mad.
Yeah.
Damn shame.
You should expect compensation.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
You can
also,
go to straight up to TSA with the gun with his Ukrainian pistol grip gun, and just ask for your money back. Don't flash
Actually, they
it.
gave me my lock back, though. So I think that's part of the reason why they didn't
cut?
reimburse it. Yeah, they gave me a broken lock back.
non-functional.
Yes. With a little note that says, "Hey, this is the TSA. We looked through your luggage and we gave you your lock back. We're not going to pay you."
But don't they when you go through like the flying checkpoint, do they only check the carry-on or do they check the other ones too? Like shouldn't they have caught that the first time? Or
No,
why?
because you check bags before you go through the TSA checkpoint.
Oh, that seems kind of counterintuitive. Like I'm sure it would take way longer if they made you check your bags at the TSA checkpoint. I'm sure, but like also, I don't know. Like,
I mean, part of the reason why I put the laptops in the check bag is because I didn't want to carry them onto the plane.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't want to pull them all out going through TSA.
yeah, and it's like you're not going to use them on the plane anyway.
Yeah.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do they still have TVs on planes? I haven't been on a plane since I was 4 years old.
Some of them do.
That's a lie. I was on a plane.
You're a liar, yeah.
Yeah. I just told a bold-faced lie to, I will make a
Cannot
viewer's
believe
comment.
this.
Yeah, no viewers comment.
No viewers joke.
Yeah.
I just told a bold-faced lie because I did fly senior year of high school to check out University of Nevada, Reno.
Yeah.
So I did take like a small charter plane up there, and then we took we were supposed to take a smaller charter plane back, but the flight got delayed, so we ended up taking like one of those like 740 whatevers, but there was only like 15 of us on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have to sit next to anybody. It was great.
That sounds pretty nice, actually.
It was nice. And, we got on the plane. It was nighttime already. It was real cool in the plane. Everyone just kind of spaced out all over the cabin. It was actually a really great flight. Flew back in, saw the lights over LA or whatever, There's no pollution at nighttime, apparently, except for the light pollution. And, I definitely know what I'm talking about. And then... we just were being assaulted
breaking into your shed, dude.
This is not my shed.
That's a good point.
I thought we were very clear about that.
And
you guys are gonna offend me right now. I'm about to walk out of this garage.
But you know what? Let me say this.
Right before I
don't.
leave, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you make a good point.
You know what? But let me say this. I don't remember if there were TVs on the plane or not. So.
Yeah, but let me say this.
I've actually
But let me
been
say
flying a
this.
lot.
Let me say
I
this.
do remember there being TVs when I was 4 years old. But let me say this before you answer this. You go ahead and answer.
Anyway, it depends on the plane because I've been flying a lot in the past couple months. I flew.
Did you go to Michigan or something?
Yeah, I went to Michigan over Thanksgiving, and then I went to Michigan again.
It's not an issue.
I'll just still go ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tacos
might as well.
Tacos
I'll continue.
ask.
I'm gonna yell at my little brother, possibly my cousin. I'll be very abusive.
Possibly your cousin?
My
Is
little
he
cousin.
your brother or is he not?
No, my little cousin's probably here as well.
Oh, is that
okay.
what's going on?
That might be a second. I'm just good at sonar. I could probably just detect someone else over there, but
Well, you probably also know what your cousin sounds like, so...
he has
Anyway.
To me, it just sounds like children.
Anyway,
Yeah.
you go beat up children. I'll continue talking about
Go beat the
airplanes.
kids.
Yeah,
and we'll continue without you.
yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not just gonna ask nicely.
No, he's definitely going to backhand them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's go on to Gilligan.
Anyway, so I flew out to Michigan to
Hold
visit.
on. Do you feel like this podcast just got like 1,000 times better? Now that it's just me and you.
It should just be Shedcast and not Taco's Shedcast,
Yeah.
honestly.
Even though it's GarageCast right now.
We
But
should start
anyway.
our own podcast.
Yeah. You know what? I think so. We'll just delete this portion before he gets to review this. Anyway, we'll go on.
Anyway, so I flew to Michigan to visit my sister over Thanksgiving, and then me and my mom and my brother went to Michigan again to visit my sister again. And then over New Year's I went to Boise to visit my uncle.
Okay, now I was at your house near Christmas time when you had your little like Christmas get together and we played Risk and all that. We played a 4 hours and 40 minutes of Risk.
It was a great time.
Who won? I forgot.
It was my brother won, but he won vicariously through my friend Isaiah.
It was Isaiah. Okay.
Yeah.
I have just entered.
I just brought that up just because. Did you? I don't remember. Did you mention that your sister was living in Michigan then? I think I asked you.
I'm pretty sure
it.
I did.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so only one of the planes. It was the plane when I was flying home from Michigan for Thanksgiving. That's the only one that had a TV on it.
So you were 50% on TVs.
What's all this talk about TV?
Like, we're talking about TVs on planes.
TVs on planes. This is the content people want to
hear. Because also, when I was flying out over Christmas, not to throw my mom under the bus, but she got one of the budget airlines. We were flying Spirit, and that's like one of the tiny little planes.
I don't know why that's so funny. Not to throw my mom under the bus, but she was cheap when she paid for my ticket.
Yeah. She just wanted to spend money and spend
anyway,
time
so we
with
were
family.
Flying Spirit.
What?
Yeah. So we were flying Spirit out to Michigan for Christmas.
Okay.
And that was like a little tiny like Airbus 100 or something.
Yeah, that was like one of those little like charter looking ones, right? Yeah.
Bigger than a charter, but like teeny tiny. And
hold on.
So,
what are the charter ones? Do I even know what I'm talking about? Maybe I just meant a small plane when I said I flew on a charter.
I'm completely
when
lost.
I hear charter, I hear like small regional airlines that don't go cross country. They would go like within, which would sound pretty.
Yeah, just Nevada to California. Maybe
going from LAX to Reno.
Maybe it's like 50 people or something like that. Okay, yeah, I think I know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, the only time I got one with a plane was when I was flying home from Michigan because I was flying United and that was like a 747. And so, like a proper plane. And, yeah. That was a weird flight, too, because I had a layover in D.C., which I don't know if people know what the United States look like, but
I don't.
D.C. is not in
between. It's really not
D.C.
near...
is not in between Michigan and Los Angeles. It is way over on the East Coast.
I don't know.
So, whatever.
Well, like, I'd say I'm purely inexperienced with
this. Wait, hold on. So, are you done with your story?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, who asked? All right, go on. Have you ever flown?
I can feel the hatred in your eyes. Yes, but like, the thing about it is, I'm really inexperienced. I've only flown twice.
Oh, okay.
And it was all in Bosco.
Where did you go?
I went to Bosco Tech. It was just high school.
No, where did you go?
I know exactly what you meant. I know exactly what you meant. Okay, I just wanted to degrade you.
Oh, sorry.
But, man. If you're asking about my past, I have hard times remembering that. Like,
no one was asking about your past.
Well, you're talking about like an event that I went to.
I just want to know where you went.
Yeah, exactly. Like Colorado was the first one.
Okay.
I don't remember. Like, I remember we went to Chipotle there, and like,
is that the only significant fact you remember from your trip to Colorado?
We also shut up. We also went to we went to play music. I forget. It was like a music competition. We were part of band.
It was concert band. Right?
Concert band. It was concert band. I forgot. I think we got silver. Yeah, it was very interesting.
Wow.
So not
you didn't get gold.
So you were not the best.
We were not the best. We were actually statistically second.
What instrument did you play? I know, but maybe they don't.
Oh, I played the trombone. It was kind of. I feel bad for just saying it.
I don't. There's really no reason why you could have just said I played the trombone.
I'll say it now. Trombone.
Thank you.
There we go.
Oh, you play the trombone?
Yeah, I play trombone. And I was only moderate at it, and I completely forgot how to play it now. So that's fun.
Like if someone put the sheet music in front of you, would you be able to play any of the notes? Like you don't.
I would have to practice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you just have to remember? Because like the only instruments that I like actually learned how to play were like the woodwinds, so like clarinet, bass clarinet, and like I think it's easy because there's like fingerings, there's like holes. Like with trombone, it's just like positions, right?
I felt like trombone, it was way easier because I'm bad with, like, I'm not that coordinated.
Was it just like, my arm goes this long?
Yeah, I type like an idiot. I type with like my, like, these are like that. Pointer fingers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I type like that. Pecking.
I call it pecking.
I'm the only gamer here. I only know, so I know what
you do the WASD.
Yeah.
I hate that Minecraft did that to me because now, like, it only feels natural to be in, like, the WASD position. And it's only for Minecraft. No other games do it, but I just know for Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft literally invented playing with a keyboard.
Yeah, there's no other games before Minecraft.
Everything else you play with the space bar.
Yeah.
To move and do everything.
Spacebar and arrow keys.
But I feel like I can type really fast though, just with my index fingers. But I digress. Go on.
Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot.
Well, you were talking about. You were saying that.
You were saying you play the trombone.
Yeah, I do play
and you couldn't
trombone.
and you were saying that you couldn't remember, and then you started talking about typing with your pointer fingers.
Because I suck with fingerings.
Okay.
You know, so like I could
You don't know how to
probably
finger
do
a girl, dude?
That's kind of a funny and like, dude, that's a funny sex joke, bro. Dude,
I know. I am
dude,
Mr. Funny.
Gilligan. Oh my god, you should do a podcast.
Don't tell him.
Don't tell him. Oh yeah. By the way, let's try to like me personally. I want to mention something.
Go ahead.
Did
really
you?
Quick. Yes, I do. Shut up, Gilligan. I want to mention something. Gilligan has a gameplay channel now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to mention that. I know it's.
What, you thought I wouldn't plug my...
I know
Were
it's
you afraid
completely.
that- You were afraid that I wasn't going to plug my own stuff?
No, I didn't think
We
you
didn't.
were.
We didn't know if you were.
I was
going to
wait for the end.
Yeah,
I would have waited
till
until the end when we all promote our own things.
But I wanted to talk about it.
Oh, okay. What do you want to talk
I,
about?
I want to talk about it.
Okay. Go on. Let's talk about my epic gameplay channel.
It's cool. So next topic.
So Gilligan, go on.
Yeah, because I had to buy... Freaking Jerry here forced me against my will to buy a fancy schmancy microphone for this podcast that we're not even using.
Not right, because
Yeah. We're idiots. Continue.
Yeah.
No, honestly, you know whose fault it is that we're not using this microphone right now?
What, mine?
Steve Jobs.
Okay, yeah.
And,
Is it Steve
whoever's
Jobs'
running
fault?
Apple. Let me just go on a little tangent right now.
I'm fully
because
look. I have like 2 Apple products. One is an Apple iPod Classic, which it works, but I have to replace the battery. Second one is this. Basically, I have skin in the game. I fully condone what Jerry's about to say.
And this is the issue. The issue is the laptop that we're recording on right now is, what is this, a MacBook?
I don't care.
It's some kind of...
I've had it for 5 to 6 years.
It's some kind of MacBook, right? And the problem is, on literally, I think, any other computer, the 3.5 millimeter aux, what is commonly referred to as like the aux input or whatever, on any other one, if you plugged like a headset that had like a microphone on it, it would be both earphones and a microphone input,
Or at the
right?
very least, they would have that... Well, they would have a...
Or another one.
They would have a 3.5 millimeter that just takes headphones and a
one-
3.5
yeah.
that just takes
And
mic.
one that just takes a mic. So it would double as a headphone out and a mic in, or it would be one for headphone out and mic in. This only has one, so all logic says that it should double as headphone out and mic in.
But it's
yet,
not.
this input is only headphone out. So, we couldn't connect Gilligan's because, like, basically the connection issues that we're doing right now, it's connected by USB, but we figured we could connect Gilligan's by using the mic in 3.5 millimeter input.
Assuming there was a mic in.
Yeah, why wouldn't you make that assumption?
And
Yeah.
look, if like everyone in the comments are gonna scream at us and say that we're idiots, or specifically I'm an idiot because this is my laptop.
Yeah.
I've tried this. I've looked into this. I've went onto many cringy forums with like neckbeards telling us why Apple's fucking awesome. Like it's intentional. They don't fucking have it there.
Neckbeards don't use Apple products.
And-
It's all white women.
Okay,
What,
fair enough.
What do they use, Linux?
You're a white woman. Are you coming out?
As you sit there with your iPhone, manspreading between your legs. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, and that's the reason we can't use it, because I don't know why Apple if this is only like 5 years old, I don't know why in 2015 Apple released a laptop that only had headphones out and not mic in. It makes absolutely zero sense. And
Well, I mean,
that's
also,
why,
to be fair,
No.
their phones don't even have
oh
a
yeah,
headphone out anymore.
that's not even to be fair. That's
So-
that's just a further accentuating why it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we figured that it would be good to have 2 microphones. Gilligan went ahead and bought one, and we couldn't set it up because of this, and we're gonna have to figure something else out. But go on, Gilligan. So
Anyway.
I just had to go off on that because I was really shocked. I'm gonna be honest. I was
Yeah,
surprised that was missing that function.
I digress.
So just to
Okay.
be clear, this is going to be a joke. So this is purely a joke. I'm not saying anything else. But because of this, we should go to Apple HQ. I'm not going to say what we're going to do. I'm not going to say what we're going to do. But we're just going to go there. All
We're going
right.
to kidnap Steve Jobs.
Kidnap his bones.
And because of that, we have to start grave robbing.
What are you going to do?
They
Man?
buried Steve Jobs with the last MacBook that had a combo headphone out and mic in input on it.
What, are you going to make hipster soup or something with his bones or something? God damn it.
Make a flute out of his femur. Anyway, go on.
I digress.
Everyone digresses. This is the end of the podcast.
All right, thanks for listening, guys.
Anyway, So I bought this fancy schmancy microphone. So I thought, hey, you know what? Now that I have this fancy schmancy microphone, might as well fulfill my lifelong dream of becoming the next PewDiePie.
That's what we were talking about before this. I honestly could not remember.
I'm sorry, everyone. We we're actually friends in real life. We like talking to each other. We go on tangents. We're real human beings.
I'm looking at my phone right now as he's talking.
Yeah, can everyone in the comments stop commenting that Jerry sucks, that fucking Gilligan's an idiot, that Tacoliquor is a cuck? I don't appreciate it, alright?
Go on,
I really hope someone comments that. Can you?
I'm gonna go in and comment. Pretty cuck, dude. Anyway, so that was pretty much it. I'm fulfilling my lifelong dream of becoming a YouTube gamer.
Yeah.
So I recorded a YouTube video and I edited it and I posted it on freaking YouTube, and you can find it. They Might Be Gilligan on YouTube. Just type that into the YouTube search bar.
Put that in the link.
Taco is a good friend. He would put it in the description.
Say it again.
If you were a good friend, you would put it in the description.
Who?
But, assuming.
Who? Say my name. Say my fucking name. Who?
Taco.
Very good.
There we go. Okay, we got a good boy here, okay?
I will say...
Do I get a snack now?
Fuck you.
If you do notice hesitations when we're referring to Taco, it's because we're referring to him as his Instagram persona, and I'm personally used to calling him his Christian name,
his God-given name.
So I have to pause every time, but I'll get used to it.
Yeah, and it's mainly just I like.
Are you saying it's weird because his name isn't Taco, and we're both using our real names, and except for him?
No, I'm saying it's weird because I don't call him Taco.
What are you talking about? And my driver's license right now is just Taco. It's Taco L. My last name. That's
Taco
what it's.
L. Icker.
Icker?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
So it would be Tacoliquor.
Oh yeah. That was a good joke. You're fucking way smarter than me.
Yeah, on that topic of Gilligan having a gameplay channel, when I listened to the first episode of the podcast, I sincerely thought Taco was fucking around, and he was like, also I have to mention, Gilligan, you're a bit of a viral TikToker, aren't you? I honestly thought he was just joking and you were playing along, because I legitimately did not know that you had a TikTok and you had 80,000 views on on 2 of your videos.
Yeah.
So, and then
I'm a celebrity, dude.
I didn't realize that. And then
you are sitting in the presence of greatness.
He's a bow-fangled fucking e-celeb, bro.
I totally did not realize that. I didn't know you had a TikTok, or you found TikTok fame for a minute. Probably just a minute. And I looked in the links that were in the comments, and I actually saw They Might Be Gilligan TikTok link, and I was just kind of is this real? So I had to download it.
I thought it was Vibrous.
No, but I was just wait, does Gilligan actually have a TikTok? And I saw your 2 viral TikToks. The Minecraft one was really funny.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed that. If you guys haven't, Gilligan's TikTok will be linked, and you should go look at the Minecraft TikTok.
Come on, humor this poor man. He's really on TikTok, funny. Please. He needs some attention.
He's how old are you? 21?
Yes.
He's 21 years old, and he's on TikTok, so you can see his options are really limited. So please give him some views. That's really funny.
He's 21. He's fucking hot. He's on TikTok. It's a no-brainer, guys.
The other one's a JoJo reference, which I think was already mentioned. I think, and the joke was just that there was a reference, I think.
Yeah, the whole joke was that
Alexa actually made a reference.
Cue the laugh track. Oh yeah.
Anyway, but I totally did not know you actually had TikToks that have gone viral. So
you think I would lie on the internet?
You know what? No, I don't think that. I don't.
I'm an honest Catholic boy, dude.
I would not think that at all.
Okay.
So that was okay. You kind of got me there.
I think one important thing to mention, because with Jerry said about the TikTok, a lot of my friends can't tell when I'm being serious or honest or sincere.
It's because you use the same voice. Your delivery.
I have one
the
voice.
way you deliver jokes is the same as your.
Oh, am I supposed to go knock knock?
Well, okay. We were just having this conversation. So the day that I showed her my new camera, we
what new camera? Tell me about that.
Oh, dude, we should do a podcast on that.
So
Tim, you're my good friend.
So the day I showed my camera, the whole reason we were together that day is because we went to we were out here in California in the LA area. So we went to the Pasadena Rose Bowl flea market, which is the second Sunday of every month. So we went to the flea market, and I know Taco kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit after, probably after I tell this story. It was quite the day. I'll let him tell you kind of what went on. But we did get some cool items, and I'll probably interject and say what I bought. But afterwards, we went to like this diner in Silver Lake that I really like. We went to Millie's Cafe.
Not sponsored.
We shout you out.
It was a great experience. It was a great experience.
Sunset Boulevard. If you're in the Silver Lake area, you should totally eat at Millie's. So we went there, and I'm sitting with Taco at the counter. We're eating at the counter, and he ordered a patty melt, and I got chilaquiles. And he's eating his patty melt, and I look over and like I've been to this place before, and I like this place, and I kind of wanted to like share this place with him because he's my friend, and I wanted to like make sure that he was enjoying his food. So I look over and I'm like, oh, like hey, how are you? Like, how is it? Is it good? And he looks over at me and he's like, yeah, real greasy. Yeah, real fucking greasy. Yeah, real good. And this is just one of those things where it's like I legitimately cannot tell whether he liked the food or not.
It was fucking good.
Yeah, but like
it was like fucking greasy as hell. It made me feel disgusting eating it. It's great.
See, but like
greasy and disgusting aren't usually
those are great
adjectives.
Until we had this conversation today. I still really was not sure whether you liked the food or not, and like we kind of talked about it and talked about how like if you go into a place like that, like that's kind of how you want the food to be. You know,
that's exactly what I mean? If I want a patty melt, if I'm in the mood for a patty melt, I want something buttery, fucking cholesterol filled that's gonna make me feel awful after eating it.
And did you feel awful?
Oh, a little bit.
A little bit?
Usually after eating heavy stuff like that.
But your heart stopped beating.
But the thing is, even though it was like really heavy food, it was like good quality heavy food. You know?
Oh yeah, I mean? it was great quality. It was like the way I describe it is I like it like when I want like food like that, I want it greasy and disgusting. Yeah. And those are not like derogative at all.
Yeah, and so when I ask him if he's enjoying it, and he gives me back the terms greasy and disgusting, he's like, "Yeah, it's disgusting. I love it.
Delicious."
Like, it just kind of makes it hard for me to tell if he's joking or
it's
like
fucking
what.
Tasty.
But now I know we've had this conversation, we've grown, and now I know for the future that if
we're bigger people, we literally grew 2 inches. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So now I know, like if I ask him again, how are you liking that? And he's like, it's fucking disgusting. I love it. I will take that as it's good.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. So on that note, did you want to talk about our flea market experience a little bit?
Yeah, it was really good, especially since Gilligan couldn't make it.
Yeah, it was great. We found cool items,
amazing,
and he didn't, so he has nothing to say about this. So that's even better because he's not going to talk for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so finally Gilligan could just shut the fuck up.
Finally.
God damn it. It feels so great to say that.
Yeah.
Sit down, white man.
This is not your space.
Yeah, dude. This is brown people hour.
Oh yeah, my brother. Yeah, divide and conquer, right?
Yeah, divide and conquer. Anyways,
I don't feel welcome anymore.
Yeah, right.
That was intentional. So
okay.
So we went to the flea market. It was really nice. They had some demonic music playing. It was like carny music that was just like it was just fucking. It was weird. And we got our tickets. I paid for it, and they gave me back a $2 bill, and that made me like that just freaked me out for a second because I had to think about it. Like I've never gotten a $2 bill back.
And the other thing was like it feels like they like how sometimes like the only times in my life when I have gotten a $2 bill, it's because it just happened to be there. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, you know what? We have a $2 bill, and you need your change is $2. Here you go. So it's kind of like a chance thing. For some reason, I feel, and because you know how like in the cash registers they have all their money separated by bills, I just got the impression that at the Rose Bowl they have as one of their slots a thing full of $2 bills because she handed it back like it was nothing, and it was like really crisp. It's how most $2 bills are kind of beat up because like there's not so many and they've seen some shit. You know what I mean? And the ones that aren't circulating, people probably have them framed because they figure eventually like they're all going to be collector's items or something like that. It was crisp. I don't know. I feel like they have a stockpile of $2 bills to give for change, which it would make sense because that's the exact change you need. Yeah. I don't know.
And it really made me feel like I was entering a different like plane of existence.
Yeah. So as you get your ticket card punched and like blasting in your ears, and you walk through the gates.
Yeah, walk through the fucking fiery gates of hell. Yeah, which funny enough look like just cold metal bars. We went in.
Is that did I just sense like an allegory about prison or something?
There was no allegory. It was literally just.
What about a metaphor?
It was literally a fence.
Was it symbolic?
There's no symbols.
Was there personification?
No.
How about onomatopoeia? Was there onomatopoeia about prison just there?
You're this is official. Like Jerry's officially saying on the podcast that he fully supports the prison complex.
What I'm saying is we need camps.
Are you saying that we should privatize the prison system?
Go on.
I think that's exactly what he was saying.
I'm not being put on the spot now.
Yeah, but like me and Jerry were just walking around.
That was a joke that became very serious. Like, I really felt like I had to answer that.
You don't have to answer that.
I know, but like...
It's a dumb joke.
It is a dumb joke, but I felt like, wow, I might have to say something and clear my name really quick.
Okay, to everyone to be clear, we're joking around. I'm not being serious. Jerry is a cool guy. He does not believe in prisons.
I didn't say that.
He wants everyone to run free. But
no laws, right?
Yeah, no laws, exactly.
This is unincorporated territory.
Yeah. So, God damn it, we love going into just loud tangents.
Go on.
We walked around the flea market, and the first one we stopped by, I saw this pretty awesome like Bad Religion T-shirt that had like 2 naked nuns kissing, right? And I was like, yeah, I know, it was insane, Gilligan. And
yeah,
like
they had their habits on and everything.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, this is cool. Sticky Licorice likes Bad Religion. I'll take a picture of it and send it, right? So then after that, we're walking around. Like I bullied Jerry into putting on some hats. You know, like
I tried them on.
Yeah, we were taking a look around, looking for like a leather, kind of like a leather jacket that looks like a
blazer,
kind of. Like a blazer. Yeah.
Where if you've seen Uncut Gems, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We were just kind of seeing if we could find one. I have one. Like I have one, but it's too long. I was looking for something that was maybe like mid thigh, whereas the one I have is like maybe a little above the knee.
Yeah.
Just something. It was fun. Yeah, I feel like it's good to like browse, but also it's also kind of fun if you have something in mind because you get like a little sense of euphoria if you find something that's close. But most of the time, I don't have anything in mind, and I'm just trying to find something that speaks to me.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as clothes go,
exactly. And I actually found a nice shirt. It's like it's a nice Oxford collar and
Ralph Lauren polo.
Ralph Lauren polo because he's a brand whore. Jerry's a brand whore.
I'm a polo brand whore.
So, like at the end of walking around this big circle, like I decided to check my phone. You know. I'm an idiot. I keep my phone on silent most of the time. You know, I know.
I do the same thing though. Like,
but anyways, the important thing is I check the phone, and I get from Sticky Licorice. Holy shit! Like that is one of the rarest shirts you could find about Bad Religion. I've been wanting it for years. Like, and it was just like I was like, holy fuck! I was
we have to go back.
Oh my god! I ran back and fucking like searched through a whole bunch of like racks, and I couldn't find it. And I felt like the biggest dunce.
It was gone.
Yeah, I felt like the biggest dunce I could possibly have. You know, or be.
And Sticky, if you're listening, just know I helped him look, and it was not there. I don't think we missed it. I think someone bought it.
I didn't help him look.
Yeah, you weren't fucking there. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
So that shirt was the only thing you bought, right?
Yeah, that shirt was the only thing I bought, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I like about that flea market is there's a lot of, like, tchotchkes and stuff, which is, you know, I like buying, like, you know, little things like lighters and that kind of stuff, or you can also find, like, some cool pieces of jewelry and everything. And then everything else you would find at a flea market, like furniture and basically like literally anything.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of clothing at that flea market, which I do enjoy.
Yeah. After we went on that big circle, which was mainly the clothing.
Yeah.
We went into the outskirts, right? And it was a cloudy day. You know, I heard from Jerry that it was going to rain.
It was supposed to rain.
Yeah, I didn't prepare for it. You know.
We had one umbrella.
One umbrella, like a fool, like the fool that I am, you know. And no one who calls themselves Tacoliquor is really that smart up there in the brain.
Yeah, no one who calls themselves that looks at the forecast. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you know. So like, I feel like attacked, and I started it on my own. Yeah,
just ride in the train. That's all.
Yeah, right in the hate train. Yeah.
Yeah.
We like stupid noises here.
Go on.
Anyways, we're walking around, we're looking at these cool lighters and all this shit, and it starts like sprinkling, you know? I have a beanie on, and like I'm like, it's sprinkling, you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sprinkling turned to drizzle. Drizzle turned to rain. Rain turned to fucking pouring.
Absolute downpour.
Yeah, absolute fucking downpour.
And the worst part was, too, it wasn't straight down rain. It was really windy, so it's rain from all sides.
It was diagonal rain. It was some fucking, like, Twilight Zone shit.
Yeah, and, like, so there's people everywhere, just basically, like, people started packing up. Obviously, people had goods that were getting ruined in the rain, so people started packing things up. So everyone was just kind of seeking refuge. For those of us who were stupid enough not to go with wearing fucking vintage hats, like 75% of the people who go to that flea market do, we were huddled, under like different tarps, and you just kind of find yourself in like different places. It was actually kind of funny though, because I feel like fate brought me into one place, but I didn't realize it because my brother. You remember the first place where we took refuge? There were like bottles there.
Okay.
And one of them said something like, I don't know, like, poison or something like that. Yeah. So my brother has actually bought stuff from that guy before, and he has a little bottle like that says consumption cure.
Yeah.
And he told me, I realized afterwards, if you see the guy with the bottles, like, let me know, because I want to buy another bottle. And the first place that I ran for cover ended up being that guy's Easy Up. And I was looking at the bottles and everything, and I realized it after that was were the bottles he was referring to when I went into his room and I saw the consumption cure bottle, and I was like, oh, that's what he meant. But I thought that was kind of funny that he specifically told me to look out for that, and that's like the first place that I went when I ran for cover. I just didn't realize it.
So I'm not the only idiot.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you didn't get someone something they were supposed. I didn't get someone something that they literally told me to ask me to get for them too.
Yeah, I'm not the only idiot in this like a podcast, which is probably. Like, it was a no-brainer that, like, they were consumed, like, we consist of idiots. I'm tripping over my words here.
Don't worry about it, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So, but I can see that Gilligan's getting kind of restless, not having anything to say, so let me just wrap this flea market story up by saying that
we got soaked.
Yeah, we got soaked. I did get a really nice, like, filling shirt with French cuffs and some cufflinks to go with it. Total $11. And I, did get someone was just selling somebody's photos, like from someone's photo album. So I got like this glamour shot of like this girl.
Someone you never met?
If someone I've never met, I got like someone's like glamour shot from like the 40s. Yeah. Just kind of cute.
She's most likely dead, and you have her soul.
She probably is. Oh, you know what? Strapped in the picture, and another picture of
you're inviting ghosts into
and another picture. Like, fucking, I guess.
I want no fucking ghouls in this garage. Okay?
I didn't bring them with me. Okay, I can't show them over the podcast. And another picture of a girl from the 40s, and I don't know. I feel like. Do you guys feel like that's kind of weird, like having somebody's
else's pictures?
Well, not only someone else's pictures, not just the fact that it's someone you don't know, but that it's the fact that it's probably someone's like family pictures. Like this came from someone's family, from their family album or something. And like, first of all, I think it's kind of weird. Or do you think it's weird that it's being sold as like a commodity for someone to kind of have as like, this is cool? And also, do you think it's weird to like buy that?
Is that an impersonation of yourself?
Yeah, that's literally me. That was literally me. I'm walking.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
What are these pictures from somebody's photo album?
What the hell? That person's probably dead in the grave somewhere. Wow.
They probably got this in an estate sale. Now I'm gonna pay $1 for one. Wow. They probably paid $5 for the collection.
Yeah.
But do you guys think it's okay? First of all, do you think it's weird to sell it, and do you think it's weird to buy it?
Everything has its place. So I do not look down on you for doing that, for being like
that's not what I'm asking.
Horrible piece of shit you are.
So you think it's bad?
No, like if it gets to a point where like it gets lost or something and someone finds it and it's just like, oh wow, that's cool, I'm gonna sell it. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. It's like
because what else would happen to it? It's just thrown away. You know what I mean?
The way I think about it is like you could say the same thing about anything. There's probably like a typewriter that was in someone's family. And, like, it's been in there for generations and somehow it got lost. And if someone finds it, it's like, ooh, that's cool, I want to sell it. You're not going to go like, oh, but there's so much history behind it.
Yeah, but, like...
I think there's a difference between, a family typewriter passed down for a couple generations and an actual photo.
There's a difference between
member.
A tool, something to be used, and a photo. A photo's totally different, in my opinion.
What I'm aiming for is
more personal. It's like documentation. Yeah. Sentiment is different from, like, an actual, like, thing attached to it.
I'm talking about, like, the sentimentality. I butchered that, maybe. But,
you said it right.
Yeah. Like, I'm talking about, like, the meaning behind it. I think I'm talking about the meaning behind, like, the crap,
Yeah.
If you go to, like, if you go to any thrift store and go to the knick-knack section, there's probably something crafted by someone's great-grandmother before she died there, And it has so much, like, inherent meaning, and it's being sold for $1.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, and plus I'm saying that too because I like buying blank VHS tapes and then finding like old people's recordings on it, you know, of like old TV broadcasts, you know, like and like I think I even got like a one with like a family recording on it, which was like a little weird to me, you know. I think I taped over that. But
wait, was that the one that was in the VHS camera?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I got this VHS camera from Goodwill, like records direct to VHS, and it had a tape in it. And we like played the tape out of the camera, and it was like somebody's grandmother, like with a kid or whatever. And I'm pretty sure we did tape over that actually.
Yeah. So it's like I think it's fine. Gilligan, what's your opinion?
I don't think it's weird to buy it because if you're buying it, I would think because a picture is a piece of art, and like buying a piece of art, like I don't think it's weird to buy the picture, but I think it would be weird to sell it. I mean, I personally, if I had
but
a
you
picture,
can't buy it unless it's being sold, right?
Yeah.
Finally,
I think I personally, if I had a picture of like my great grandmother or something, and I was just like, or let's just say my grandmother from like a picture taken of her in the 40s, and I saw that, I wouldn't want to sell it.
Yeah.
I would think like, hey, this is a part of my family history. I don't want to sell this.
Right. Well, I feel that like when these things do get sold, it doesn't happen like that. I think it's more like, you know, somebody dies and then their estate gets put up for sale and someone just like buys part of that. You know what I mean? Like it could be the family just selling that, but like I feel like that doesn't happen. Although there are some people who really don't give a shit about their family history too.
It has to be removed, some piece of removal from the actual family.
Yeah, because I can't imagine someone doing that. But
hey guys, you want pictures of my great grandmother?
I totally wasn't gonna fucking jack off to these later, so I just thought
that's going too far, sir. That's going too far.
Yeah, I think if you have that,
I totally wasn't gonna do a cum tribute of my mother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You made it weird.
You made it weird, guys. Podcast over.
Back to what I was saying. I think if you have that removal from the family, I think it's fine. Then it's just a piece of art that you can buy and sell.
Yeah.
Like any other piece of art.
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels to me like I don't know. It just feels like there's a difference between because you could say that a photo is like a piece of art, and like I do believe that because you know photography is an art form. It is an artistic medium. But also I feel like there's a difference between something like done to be art and something like like personal that's being considered art. Like obviously you could say that like if I just took a picture of like a group of friends or whatever, you know, you could say that that's just like a picture that I took and it has like it's personal and those are just my friends, and then maybe I die and then it gets passed on and then maybe someone finds it and they're like, oh, this is actually like really, this is like a nice composition, it's like really nice, and you know maybe it's included in a museum as like, you know, an historical account of something for, you know, like this is LA circa like 2000 and like whatever, and like that is included in like an art museum or something like that. But I feel like when those types of things, these personal photographs get labeled as art or in an art museum, it's because of their historical and like personal significance. I think it's because of the way it's like tied to the people who took it, and I feel like, you know, there's just a difference. And you know, also before there's photographs, you do have like paintings, and like lots of times, you know, like a lot of portraits it's like someone was like, oh, I want like a picture of my daughter or whatever, so they commissioned this artist to like paint a picture of their daughter or whatever, and like now that's in an art museum and that's considered art and that kind of thing. So, you know, maybe it could be considered like that, but for some reason, I don't know, just it feels like those like family photographs and that type of thing, like, it still feels like personal to me, and like in a way it feels like wrong to have it because
it feels so right, right?
But I saw why did you buy it?
This is why, because it feels wrong because let me tell you why I wanted it. In all honesty, I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's like so cool. It's like a vintage photograph. This would be something cool to have. In the same way that I feel when I see an old lighter and I'm like, that's cool. That's a vintage lighter. This will be cool to have. I'm drawn to it because of like the aesthetics that it carries with it. And I feel that when I feel like I'm treating it like an object when it's really the image of a human person. And I like that kind of like bothers me that's the reaction that I have to it. It bothers me that I'm looking at it like it's like a cool little knickknack when really it was not originally a knickknack, and it was like a photo of someone, and it was meant to like capture them and like display themselves to other people. And I guess it feels like I'm treating that person like an object, and I think that's why it feels strange to me. But at the same time, I bought it, and at the same time, you know, I'm gonna keep it, and I'll probably use it for something. Maybe I'll take a picture of it, or use it in a video or something, or maybe I'll frame it and put it up in my house, which is like probably the weirdest thing of all because I don't even know who that is. But for some reason, it feels like it's linking me to something. But at the same time, I feel like I'm objectifying a person.
So I think the best way to think about this, and probably to wrap it up, unless Gilligan has to say more. Do you?
I do have something to add.
Okay, but I'd still like to add this. Basically, you're a vintage hipster that objectifies people and women.
Yeah, and that's probably why I feel so bad about it. Because I'm like, great, like...
Because you're capitalist scum, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's because it feels like I can just like grab a woman from the 40s and put her in my pocket. I don't know.
I hope that's taken out of context.
I really hope this gets released on some kind of tape or something where it's like, I grab her by the... put her in my pocket.
Oh, whoa. A little bit far much?
Was that a political reference?
Anyway, I have something actually sincere to add. Not a disgusting joke.
Thank you.
Anyway.
We can just totally cut that bullshit out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm not important, yeah.
You're not. And your opinion
It's not your
doesn't matter.
Shedcast.
You're not. Yeah, fuck you.
Anyway.
I like how I'm the one who said it and you're just like, fuck you, Gilligan.
Well, because he said it's not your podcast.
Oh, okay.
It's in the name.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what I kind of interpret from what you're saying is you feel like there should be a sentimental value to that picture that you're
I'm
not giving
it. Yeah, that I'm not giving it.
All right, that makes sense.
Like I feel bad about myself that I'm not giving it that respect.
Yeah, the respect.
Yeah.
I think that is a very important...
I think it's entitled to some kind of respect, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, instead of just you going like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did. And like when I think about it, and like as I was saying there looking at it, I was kind of like, I don't know. I'll take them.
Yeah.
What is this, $1? All right. What, $1? I'm loaded. I got $20 on me.
That was bad.
Right now.
That was bad, man.
Right now.
Okay, yeah.
That's the flea market story, yeah.
We talked a lot about the flea market.
Oh, we had a lot to say.
Yeah, we have a lot to say.
You guys had a lot to say. I didn't have a lot to say.
Which is good, yeah.
But that was like a genuine, like, kind of, I don't know, like, internal conflict I was having, and I don't know, I just thought I'd mention that, because I think these things kind of do matter a little bit.
Oh, it does.
Even if it's me who's saying them.
Yeah. But, like, it is interesting, because that's, that's just fun shit to think about.
Yeah.
But, let's see here. I want to take a piss break.
Yeah, I have to pee too.
Do you?
Yeah, I need a piss.
Okay, I don't.
We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, you hold it in. I forgot.
You're saving your sweet nectar for your wedding night.
Yeah, for your fucking wedding night.
Get that prostate massage, baby.
I'm gonna fucking piss.
Do we pause it? Or do we let it run?
I don't think
let's let the people decide in the comments.
Vote on your phones right now.
Okay, we'll be right back. And we're back.
I don't like that.
Well, too bad. We're keeping it now.
Oh, fuck.
So, you wanted to segue now, Taco, into some of the viewer questions that were posted on our Instagram stories?
Since this is a new thing, and since you guys, really hate the podcast and don't like watching it, we only got, 2 questions. Which is fair. It's fair.
We have 3.
Oh, 3.
Don't we? You got one, Gilligan got one, and I got one?
No, you two got one, and I made up one.
Oh, you made up one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gilligan was so kind. Actually, well, he just had this from the get-go. So it's an interesting question.
I've been sitting on this question for like a month.
He's been waiting.
Really?
Shaking.
No, yeah. He had
anticipation.
he had the idea for the question before we even started recording.
Because I'm just going to say it. I don't think the question's really that good.
Let the viewers decide.
I didn't think of it explicitly. To be fair, I didn't think of it explicitly for the podcast. I didn't think of it explicitly for the podcast. I thought it was interesting. And then later when we started talking about the podcast, I was like, oh, you know what? I could bring up that question.
But did anyone ask? Just kidding, my love. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So with your
So slap it to us.
So let's say in the future we have lifelike robots that look, not indistinguishable from a human, but like, very close to a human, like Data from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Like,
Oh yeah, he's an android, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So it looks just...
Or even... Oh, no, sorry, yeah. What about like the
Or even...
what about like the replicants from Blade Runner? They're like androids, right?
Yeah. Like the replicants from Blade Runner or Data from...
I'd like to have Sean
Or any
Young.
human-looking robot.
Yeah, a robot that looks just like a human and talks just like a human.
Sean Young.
And you could have a conversation with it. Anyway, so let's say in the future we have those. Would you rather have a regular, real person as like a maid that lives in your house and does all your cooking and cleaning and all your house chores, and you pay them? Or would you rather have a robot that does all the same things?
And you bought it.
Yeah, and you bought it. And
Okay.
it sleeps in like a closet or something.
and it looks human.
And it looks just
we'll
like
talk
a person.
to you.
Yeah.
Okay,
and you
well-
could have a conversation with it.
Do you want to answer this? And then, because I have a few more questions that I want to ask, but do you want to give your answer right away?
Well, I think this is... I think Gilligan came up with this because I draw almost specifically like big titty robot Cyclops girls.
Honestly, I thought of
Very-
it because
very
it's
nice.
like I thought of it thinking about the video game Detroit Become Human.
So we said you're wrong.
Okay, so I'm wrong. I'm fully wrong. I should.
Not everything's about you and your
Yeah.
big titty girls.
Yeah. That sounds fucking wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me fix that. Not everything's about you and your big titty Cyclops robot girls.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
That's right.
That's better.
That's much better.
Yeah, that looks better on a resume. I think that. Well, first of all, I don't feel like I would have a maid in the first place.
But
Like,
let's
like
say-
I know. If I had the choice, but I'm saying like right now, I would not want a maid.
I wouldn't either. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I'm not like certain friends we know who have maids. I'm just I'm more accustomed to just cleaning when I do.
I hope he listens to this.
I
just
hope
for
he
that.
does. I hope.
Just for that one little portion.
Yeah, for the call out post
Yeah.
canceling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cancel.
hashtag cancel our friend. Yeah. What was it but if I had the choice, I feel like I would go with the robot because I'd feel less bad about it. I mean, I know, I understand that it's a job, and I'm not I'm not degrading these people who work these jobs. It's a
Yeah.
job,
These
Yeah.
people? What does that mean?
You know what I fucking
What does
mean.
that
mean?
You know what I mean.
People.
As in people who clean other people's houses for a living.
Yeah.
Those people.
Oh, okay. That's all you had to say.
Yeah. There's obviously a need for it because some people just have
Really
way
good
too
houses.
big houses that they
Yeah.
can't just clean on their own.
Also,
And
some
And they're
people are
busy.
old.
yeah, and some people are
They're
old.
older.
Yeah, it completely makes sense. But as an able-bodied person who lives in a shed that's not that big, I just don't I don't want to make.
Okay, well, let's say in general. Let's say you have a regular sized house and whatever. You would rather. Well, you will have a maid because it will be a maid because the robot is acting as a maid. So
But
bottom line is
that's
you're
what I
gonna have a
mean,
maid, but you would rather it's a robot and not a person.
I would rather it be a robot. I would rather it be a robot because at least I could feel that the job would get done to a high standard.
So you're saying that maids are human maids are incompetent.
I'm not saying that.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that I would think a robot could do the job way better than a human could. Just like
And
how
this is
robot-
why Andrew Yang ran because of people like you, Vic.
people like me. Huh?
Automation.
Okay, everyone vote Yang 2020.
Oh, wait, he dropped out. Oh,
Yeah, he dropped out. Oh, well,
Everyone vote Andrew Yin 2020.
that's a racist
that was
joke.
kind of racist.
That's kind of cringe.
Why did he have
bro.
to be another Asian?
No,
Gilligan.
Andrew Yin Yang.
Oh, that was clever. All right,
Yeah.
never mind. It
I
was
still-
not
I still
racist.
that joke.
Well, hold on a second here. I just thought I said it was racist because yin yang. You just I automatically
was
thought
just
yin,
Asian.
you thought yin, so you thought racist. So basically on the levels
I
of
stole
racism.
that joke from Twitter. Just to be clear. But go on.
So what you're saying is I'm the more racist one.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Because
until,
I just thought it was something Asian sounding.
yeah until Gilligan basically outed himself as a reposter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways.
That's our slogan. Anyways, big
So-
T-shirt on a coffee mug. Anyways,
So you would rather take the robot because you think it could do a better job than the human, basically.
Yeah.
Just flat out.
yeah,
Okay.
and over time, it's probably cheaper. If I'm gonna have maid long term,
Mhm.
it's most likely cheaper to get this is assuming I have the money too.
Yeah.
A lump sum thing, and then like over time I don't have to pay wages.
Yeah, or at the very least, just like a lease and like payment plan.
Yeah, you know, I think it would be,
especially if you're having the maid live in the house.
Yeah, it would be a lot cheaper to have it as a robot, I would think. Yeah.
All I said was,
Yeah, I can feel the judgment fucking seeping out of you, dude.
I'm not judging you. All I said was,
Wow, okay, cringe, yeah.
Anyway.
So...
Well,
so
I kind of believe... Yeah.
Go ahead.
You go last.
Okay, I'll go last.
No, because I know you have follow-up questions, so I'll say mine
I have a few
now.
questions. Yeah,
so, I agree. I would also get the robot. I would get it kind of for the same reason, just because as an able-bodied person, I would feel guilty paying a person to do a job that I can do. So...
Okay, but look, here's the thing.
It's not that the robot would work better, it's just that I don't want... I would feel bad.
But let's assume, like, right now we're considering whether or not, like, we need the maid. Like, let's assume, based on the question, that you do need the maid and you're gonna have a maid. Mm-hmm. You would still say the same thing?
I would still say the robot.
Okay. Like, you still feel bad, like, having someone, like, do work for you like that. Okay, I see. So, alright, well then, so my answer is still the same, and I disagree with you both. And well, this is my question. Like, can the robot like empathize with you and like that kind of stuff, or does it just kind of like do its job? And like, can you like obviously it talks to you and that kind of stuff, but like, can you sit down with the robot like after and
Hi
like,
Jerry,
have
how
dinner
was your
with
day
it or something, and like
Hi Jerry, hi Jerry,
and like become companions with it? You know what I mean?
It does. I'm gonna say it's really close. You can to an extent. It doesn't perfectly pass the Turing. Thank you.
Go on.
It doesn't perfectly pass the Turing test. So you talk to it, and it's not indistinguishable.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little stupid.
You don't know what the Turing test is?
I know who Alan Turing is, but I don't know what the test is. What is that?
I don't know what actually goes on in the Turing test.
Oh, so you're just throwing around like
throwing around big boy words, huh?
Yes, I'm just throwing around big boy words.
Yeah, verisimilitude, huh?
Yeah.
Do I really know big words, or is it just verisimilitude? I stole that. That's a stolen meme from Baba Yaga's Biscuits, a meme account you should be following. Anyway,
the Turing test is a test to that if a conversation had with a robot is indistinguishable from a human.
Okay.
Like you're talking to a chatbot and you cannot tell that you're talking to a chatbot. You think you're talking to a regular person.
So if it passed the Turing test, then it would be like you're talking to a regular person.
Yes, there would be no. If it passes the Turing test, you would have no way of knowing that it's a robot.
Okay, and you're saying that it would not pass that
unless
test.
You're like a Blade Runner or something. Yeah, it wouldn't quite pass the test.
Okay,
it'd probably be like, oh my god, a maid bot number 2. I had such a rough day, and it's just like, day, huh? What?
Day. My duties conclude at night.
It would be.
Do not speak to me of your day.
Do not speak
It would be
to
smarter
overlords.
I will say though. I will say it's smarter than Alexa.
Okay, so I don't know. I feel like I would say a human person because, you know, I just feel like I don't know. Like I would want to have kind of like a human connection. With if someone was going to be like living in my house, if something was going to be living in my house and like walking around me and being with me, like obviously, you know. If you choose a real person, you would honestly, you know, you would hope that you could trust it and it's not going to, like, fucking rob you or something. Mm-hmm. But, you know, if it's going to be, like, a live-in, like, maid, like, person who kind of takes care of the house and the grounds and that kind of stuff, I don't know, I feel like a person because, you know, assuming that it's not going to pass that Turing test or whatever, like, let's just be honest, we've all seen in movies and stuff where it's, like, there's, like, the elderly doctor and, like, there's, like, the housekeeper and like or the butler and they've been with the family for like a generation or whatever. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know, it just feels like, I think it would be nice to like grow old and like have that person like working there and still live there and like you have like rapport with them and that kind of stuff. And, you know, I don't know, like examples I'm thinking of or, you know, like basically any movie with a butler really, I guess. Or like in the Pink Panther Strikes Again, like the housekeeper in that or... Or he's like, who's the housekeeper? And she's like, me. I've been with the professor for over 30 years. Or, you know, something like that. Or like in... like
Alfred from Batman?
Yeah, like Alfred from Batman or something like that. Like, Or I was specifically thinking of one, or like in Wild Strawberries. Like in Wild Strawberries, it's this like Ingmar Bergman movie, and like the professor is like old, and like his maid, she's like also old, and they've kind of like grown old together and stuff, and like they're like not quite husband and wife, but in a way you might not be able to tell them apart. And I don't know, I just feel like it would be nice to have like a relationship like that with someone where it's like there's like I would feel okay because I know that I would treat them with respect, and there would be like equal like respect, and we'd be on like equal ground even though I'm their employer. You know, I don't know. Like I just kind of feel like, you know, the part of me that's like, oh, and in the movies it's okay, is like it would be nice to like kind of like have that. Who knows if that would actually happen? But I would say that I don't know.
I never had a butler.
Yeah, me neither. I don't have.
Yeah, maybe someone out there, one of our friends, would be able to answer that. But
yeah, maybe you know,
one of our upper crust friends.
Yeah,
but I mean that's just how I feel about it. I don't know, the whole like having an android walking around my house thing kind of freaks me out. I'll be honest. I'm a little. I've seen AI.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like I'm assuming that like humanity's gotten to a point with like robotics where it's like it's just cool, you know. It's like it's kind of like how we don't freak out when there's a fucking Roomba in the room. It's like oh! You know, it's like it's just a little robot that goes around and vacuums and goes back. You know?
Like my gut reaction is I don't know. It'd be kind of weird to have like that walking around.
I know it'd be strange if a Roomba had like a knife on it or something.
No, but you know, I mean, like I have,
I fully understand what you're saying.
Like
I have
a Google Home, and I like being able to be like, you know,
you're a maniac. I wouldn't fucking have that in my house.
You know, I like I only have it on sometimes, but I like coming home, turning it on, and being like, okay, Google, like, it's gonna rain tomorrow, this and that. Like, it's cool. I think if you just have it as a source of information, like, I like that. But I think if it was gonna be like walking around my house and doing things for me and like doing tasks and like making sure things were okay, I'd like rather have a human. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough.
If it was indistinguishable from a human.
Yeah, take that, bigot.
Well, I would.
How about this? If it was indistinguishable from a human, like voice-wise, but it clearly looked like a robot. Like if it was C-3PO.
Then that reminds me.
Would
of
you
like,
want C-3PO?
That reminds me of like that Twilight Zone where it's like Robbie the robot is like the butler. It's freaking weird. Like no.
Yeah.
And the other thing is if it looked like a human and stuff, then. Again, I'm taking this directly from the movies. Like, I would feel kind of weird. Like, what is this now? Like Prometheus? Like, fucking Michael Fassbender is walking around my house looking the same age for like all of my life. I'm an old man, and like he's still looking like David. I don't know. Like, that's the only like because I think that's the only representation of that I've seen. And like in the movie, the old guy's like a fucking asshole. So I would say no because I don't want to be like him. But you know, I don't know. I think it would be kind of weird just to have like a perpetually young looking thing as my companion.
Okay, it's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah. So
do you think I'm like over justifying or something?
No,
I mean,
we're all like making justification for our cases. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, you had the next question, Jerry.
I think you should go with the next one because I don't know. I feel like the one that I have is kind of like a nice like little leaving off point. It's not as like wild as your question. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, all right then.
I think the last one is like a nice kind of like think about it, kind of finish on like.
Think about it. Like stroke your fucking brain cock and just think about it. You know.
Yeah. Just like that.
So I'll pull it up.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did have a question. I forgot it was the one from the viewer, not the one that I came up with.
Oh, you came up with one?
Yeah, I came up with one that I kind of wanted to mention, but we could postpone it, because I feel like we have a lot of content right now, but I will bring this one up. Yeah. And I don't know how long we're going to be talking about this, but I did get a comment from my friend and ex-coworker, Carlos. Let me go ahead and find this real quick. I got to go into my archive because my posting on my story deleted. But yeah, this is from...
I mean, I could pull my questions from my brain, so...
That's great.
Not to flex.
Well, I wanted to say his user...
you know what?
He asked a question, so I wanted to plug his Instagram.
I care about our viewers. We all care about our lovely viewers.
Basically, Carlos took the time to like help us out for a second by giving us a topic. So Carlos does music and stuff, and he has like some tracks out on SoundCloud and everything. So I just want to give like Carlos a little moment of promotion. You can follow Carlos at Chuck13 on Instagram. CHUCK, the number 1 THREE. He's also about to be a father. Congrats, Carlos and Brianna. Anyway, so that being said, his question is a little jarring because maybe it's my fault because I said a topic to talk about, and Carlos I feel like you need to give me something a little more to work with because his response is literally just consciousness. And I feel like there's so many different directions we could take with that, but maybe just let's give our thoughts about being a conscious individual or something like that.
Yes.
Let's do that. Okay.
Yes.
That's literally what I was going to say. I have to think of a different joke now.
Baby stole joke. Wait, I just implied I'm the baby. Damn it.
You're coming after yourself.
God damn it, I hate
Every
myself.
single time you've been leading the charge against yourself.
It's just what they say about fucking like anger and shit. You know, when you're angry and you put out negative energy in the world, it fucking slaps you right in the face, right back. It comes right back at you.
Yeah. So
consciousness. Consciousness.
Well, do you want like I kind of like I guess I have something to say, but do one of you want to go first? Kind of just like the immediate like. Let's do this. How about like someone says consciousness. What's the first thing like you think about? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Do any of you have anything to go like before I go?
I feel like I should have something to go with because this semester at my college, I am taking a philosophy class.
Wait, hold on. Are you smart?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Wow.
Anyways, I'm taking a philosophy class and we're reading
Cloud science.
I don't even know why I laughed that hard.
Because you're an idiot.
No, I just laughed because you interrupted him, honestly. That's the only reason. That's the only one I thought it was funny that you interrupted him. I don't even know what you said.
I said con science.
What is that?
You have to think about
pretty
it.
dumb.
You have to think about that stupid joke. What's con science?
I don't know what that is. I'm not thinking about it.
Con science. It's, it's idiotic. It's stupid. I don't know if I'm dumber for saying that or you dumber for laughing without understanding what I said.
I'm saying I laughed because you interrupted. I don't even know what you said. I just laughed because I thought it was funny that you interrupted it.
Gilligan, you can keep talking.
Anyways, we're reading Sartre. So we were talking about...
Reading what?
Sartre.
Is that like a...
Jean-Paul Sartre. He's an existentialist.
Okay. Is it spelled like Sartre?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was pronounced like that. My bad.
Anyways, yeah, so we're reading Sartre. So we were talking briefly in my class about existentialism and what it means to exist, which I think is kind of interesting. But I feel like I should be able to because we're having these discussions in class, but I'm drawing a blank.
Well, so let's move on. So the first thing it makes you think of is your class and what you're learning right now.
Yes.
Okay, but you can't pull any subject matter out.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I'll have to consult my notes.
I think it's a great topic suggestion, but we'd probably like it to be a little bit more structured or like a little bit more focused because it's kind of like it's like saying, okay, you know, like guys, I want to go out to eat, you know, like what do you guys suggest? Food. So it's like. But I appreciate the question, good sir. Or topic, good sir. So
I appreciate the word.
But let's try to make it worth.
Let's try to dissect it. Let's pick his brain a bit. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying let's try to make it worth it that he suggested it. Like
yeah.
So what what's the first thing that comes to your mind when someone says the word consciousness?
Well, like a lot of things, like questions of free will and like where consciousness come from, you know, and like you know shit like that, you know, like crazy shit like that.
Where do you think consciousness comes from?
You know, even though I'm kind of like an edgelord atheist, but I'm more of an agnostic person. I do believe in the body and vessel type system, where the pilot in the vessel. You know.
So are you talking about like the existence of a soul, or
yeah,
okay.
Because it's like. All I know is from my own experience. You know, I don't know your experience. All of you guys could be fucking robots, AI. You know, like you could be ones and zeros right now. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, yes, we are not robot. Yes.
Yeah, we drink ice juice to survive.
Yeah. But I definitely feel like there's just. It feels like there's something stuck in here, and like you know,
he's touching.
I'm touching my brain like an idiot.
He grabbed his head like a melon just now.
Yeah.
Literally put his hands inside of his head and started massaging his brain.
I put on no clip and just fucking. But I think that there's something else, you know, whether that's a soul, whether or not there's like existence after fucking death. I'm not sure, you know. I'll just die. I guess I'll like plunge off the fucking. I was about to say Twin Towers.
Oh boy, do I have news for you.
Yeah.
Just fall through the world like in Minecraft?
Yeah, exactly. Just right into the void. But I could figure that out when the time comes. But I don't know why your eyes bulged out of your head for a second, Jerry.
Bulged out of my head.
It was like, oh. But it's interesting. I think it's interesting.
So you think that like consciousness lies separate with like this other thing that's there?
I think
in your head.
I think that I've heard it described that like, do you think music comes from the radio itself, or is the radio the transmitter? And if the radio gets damaged and the sound comes out wrong, and like something happens, is that because it originates from the radio, or is that because it's miscommunicating? It's interesting.
I mean, I would say the radio is the transmitter. And not the source of the music.
What I'm saying, yeah, it's the transmitter, right? Yeah. So it's like.
So I know you're comparing this to like whatever, like tie in your comparison because I'm a little stupid.
Well, it's because it's like
I need help.
I don't think consciousness is just a whole bunch of like tiny electrons just fucking buzzing around.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Like that's like it's definitely a way for us to like see it. It's kind of like
it's a way to interpret it.
But like. I don't know. And this is all, it's all fucking metaphysical fucking questions, I just feel like there's something else there. And like whether or not like, the lights shut off and then like you see like a huge, like you can now play as Luigi sign. Your
time as Tacoliquor is up. You may now play as Wario or Luigi.
Whether that happens, I don't know. But like, I definitely feel like consciousness is more than just the brain.
Okay.
That's what I think.
That's fair enough, yeah. Well, I know for, like, myself, the first thing that I thought of was not, like... well, the first thing that I thought of was not necessarily what does it mean to be conscious or, like, what are, like, the qualifications to, like, being a... You know how, like, they talk about, like, is this a conscious entity or, like, are dogs conscious? And they talk about that, or do they have, like, a conscious? Or not even where does consciousness come from, but the thing that, like, just came to me is, like... The first thing that I thought of was, like, what does it feel like to be conscious? Not, like, what is it, like, what do you have to do to be conscious? Or, like, what makes something conscious? But, like, just
how
the
would you
feelings.
Describe consciousness?
Well, yeah, well, not so much.
You're going into some Socratic shit right there, because it's like, what is truth? What is consciousness? It's
no,
consciousness
I'm not saying that.
I'm saying from what Gilligan said.
Oh, yeah, I'm not asking what is consciousness. What I'm saying is, like, the first thing that I thought of is, like, I'm consciousness. And how does, like, what is it like to be like this? And, like, since I'm conscious, what are the things that I experience? And so, like, the first thing that I thought of was, I don't, like, maybe this isn't the definition of consciousness, but I thought of, like, being aware of your own voice. And, like, the fact that you, like, these are just things that, like, trigger in my head when I think about being conscious. And, like, the fact that, I can, like, look at something and, like I feel like this is kind of like the baseline for it, but like the knowledge of death and like knowing we're gonna die, but also being aware of the fact that like if I wanted to die, like I could do it to myself.
I could do it right fucking now.
No, seriously, like, I could do it right now. Like sometimes like driving and saying to yourself like I'm fully aware of like this reality that I'm in right now, and if I wanted to. I could just exit, you know what I mean? Like I could give this all up just by turning off of like this bridge right now. And I think it's like it's something like I don't know. It's very like powerful to me, I think. That like we're aware of that fact. But not just death, but just like just like looking at something, and I can't really even describe what I'm trying to say, but like just like looking at something and like being aware of like the fact that you exist and like that thing exists with you, and like I'm, honestly, I feel like I'm really not even saying anything right now. Like, I don't think I'm making any sense whatsoever because it's impossible to describe, like, the experience of, like, being conscious and being aware and, like, knowing that, like, you exist in this world with, like, so many other people who, in theory, are, like, experiencing the same thing and are, like, just like you and everything, but in the same way, they can't be exactly like you, and, like, lots of times, like, I have thoughts, and I'm like, wow, like, it's crazy that I'm having these thoughts, and then I have to accept the fact that there's probably billions of people who are having, like, the same thoughts that I'm having right now, but they can't be doing that because, like, I'm having them, and it's just me, and, like, am I really unique? And, like, you just think about yourself, and you think about like your like the stuff that's like inside and everything, and like I don't know, just and this is why, Carlos, when you say consciousness, it's impossible for us to talk about this because there's just so much.
We fucking squeezed out like 5 hours of content right there.
Yeah, like,
it's been like 5 days.
It's impossible for me to even like try to like discuss that. But that's the first thing that like comes to mind for me is like what it's like how does that feel? Like how does it feel to be conscious and conscious, not cautious? How does it, I've lived my whole life being cautious. But anyway, how does it feel to be conscious? And it's just this experience that you can't describe, and anyway.
Anyways,
no, I know exactly what you mean. And I feel like a lot of philosophy is just melandering around. That's not even a word, melandering, but
meandering.
Melandering.
I gave you the word you needed.
Yeah, meandering. Right? Yeah, meandering around, like just trying to answer these big questions, and you end up just going around in circles.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't necessarily think that like these questions like really need to be answered, because also like if you have an answer, then I don't really know like what more is there, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, if you just like had all the answers to all these things that we were wondering about, then would there be a point, like really? And I know lots of people live their lives like just kind of like happy with what they have and like not really looking for anything else besides like their job and maybe going to the Jack in the Box sometimes. But I don't know why I said the Jack in the Box.
the Jack in the Box.
And I'm not saying that like there's people who do that and then there's people who are like living their lives like, what is the meaning of life and why am I here and why am I alive and like this and that. And like I'm not saying there's people who live like solely asking themselves those questions, but I feel like it's like natural to like ask yourself that every once in a while. But I don't know if like someone just told you like, okay, here's like the answer, like I don't know. Then like, is there a point in like trying to express yourself like through arts and like everything like that? I don't know. Like what does that like leave for us?
Yeah, like what's the point of like, for example, expression through music if you like you don't even know?
Yeah, that's also my handle. By the way,
that's my handle. I'm gonna plug it.
I don't know. And like in another way, like does like knowing why you're here, like is that the reason? Like does not knowing why you're here is the reason why you create music? No, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like if you like had answers to like all these like questions.
What's the point? You'd kill yourself.
Yeah, I'd probably just kill myself because I'd figure out that there's nothing. So
okay, sweet. I'll just go to the end.
Yeah. All right, sweet. I guess I'll just go to the end castle now.
Yeah, I'll just skip. I'll skip ahead.
I want to go Elytra.
Okay, everyone.
Are we talking about Minecraft now?
Everyone. This is
okay. This
totally
has become
official.
Cringe.
This is totally official. We're gonna have a Minecraft Let's Play. It's gonna go for 1,000 episodes.
It's gonna be on my Epic Gaming YouTube channel.
They might be Gilligan, by the way. They might be Gilligan.
Follow me, please. Yeah. I need validation.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was the question that was posed to me by Carlos.
Yeah, so I think I have just as profound a question.
Oh, this is very profound, and it's very specific too.
Yeah, it's very specific. Should I say the handle like you did?
You should. Yeah.
Yeah. Give him a little love.
Okay. Okay.
We need to encourage more people to give us questions.
I know
so they can get like one follower.
Yeah, I don't know if this is encouraging, but this question comes from an Instagram user named Sheeploid. Sheep Loid. Yeah, and this is a question. All right, it goes like this: against your will, God makes you choose an animal to fuck. What animal is it? Question mark.
Horse. Next.
You wanna elaborate on that?
No.
Okay, so Jerry says horse.
And that's because I'm forced to answer, and that's it.
Yeah.
And dolphins are too slimy, so I couldn't.
Dolphins would be your first choice,
but they're slimy. So
if they weren't slimy,
and I could never look at a dog in the eyes again.
Are you saying that now or like hypothetically?
Hypothetically, I would never be able to look at a dog in the eyes again.
Okay.
And goats' eyes are really weird. Like they're on the sides of their heads. So I like,
Yeah.
I mean, I probably wouldn't be looking at their face, but it would probably freak me out.
Okay, so
without wanting to elaborate, there's my elaboration.
Yeah. Okay. So Gilligan, you could also choose that the answer.
A horse could be a companion.
You want to keep talking?
I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather not answer. I do have
Gilligan!
I do have an elaboration a question though.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the one fucking the animal?
Whatever you want. Whatever
or
floats
is
your
the
boat.
animal fucking me?
Because I didn't specify whether I'm fucking the horse. Or
I'm assuming fuck is in like the verbiage usage, so you will be doing that.
Okay.
And not an animal to be fucked by.
Okay.
Well,
okay, because there is a distinction. Because getting fucked by a horse will kill you.
Well, hold on.
Hold on. I already found consciousness.
I don't think if you say I already found the answer to consciousness, so maybe my colon can hold a horse. No, what I'm saying is this: like, if someone says like, yeah, like, I don't think that means you're doing the fucking or you're getting fucked. I think it just means sex happened.
The act.
I think the act of sex happened. So it could go either way, is what I think, based on the question.
Okay.
You can interpret it differently if you want, but. Just so we know, I totally don't want that released.
Yeah, so...
I mean, are you going to answer?
I'm going to answer.
Okay.
And I have an answer, all right? And I've thought about
Give me
this,
your
right?
answer.
Hold on, your name isn't tied to this.
Yeah, my name is
Yeah, you're...
But these people know who I am.
It's a joke podcast.
I know it's a joke, but
this is all jokes.
I know, like, but in this era that we live in, it genuinely freaks me out that like someone could take this seriously. You know what I mean?
Don't take this seriously.
And obviously, don't take it seriously. But like in this era that we live in, like 5-second soundbite, you're done.
I know exactly
With
what
no
you mean.
context.
I don't want to be
#cancelled.
#canceled.
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm trying to be famous.
And I hate the fact that
I'm trying to be a famous YouTuber.
You know, like obviously you have to be a good person and like you have to not be an idiot and say like stupid things, like and mean them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And even if you make like jokes that are like are like in bad taste and that kind of thing. But I hate that like. All of a sudden, like, what was just, like, a funny joke that doesn't, like, literally affects no one, except for maybe horses. I have to become, like, hyper-aware of it.
And Mr. Hands, yeah.
And Mr. Hands. And all of a sudden, was it your answer?
No.
All of a sudden, you have to be, like, hyper-aware of that and, like, oh, shit, is this going to come back to me? Like,
like 50 years from now, yeah.
50 years from now, are they going to be like,
But I have an answer, and I've thought about this.
Oh, wait.
Right.
Were you going to say anything after that
He has
question?
No, I don't have an answer.
He has no answer. I do.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
I'm sure you do, yeah. So, fucking, I have the answer, right?
All right,
The answer.
The answer.
What is the
only
answer?
correct
Yeah. Humans are animals, dumbasses. So I say fucking human. What is God? God did not specify.
That's
God
debatable.
did not specify a non-human animal.
Humans
Humans are animals.
Okay, scientifically, you're saying they're animals.
Purely scientifically, I'm not. I assume God means purely like. I don't think God is a context person. I think he means specifically what he says.
So
and I heard animals.
The creator.
Yeah.
So he means a creator, but what religion are we basing this off of when we're talking about the creator?
I'm going off the beautiful Christian God.
No, but I think in any creationist religion, God creates humans separate from animals.
Well, I'm taking this from a non-religious perspective. I know God's in the mix.
We're talking about God.
You're talking about God from a non-religious
It's a question!
From a non-specific
No, but you're getting all technical about it.
Yeah. All right, okay. Then just in case you fuckers are going to do that, I have a second part. I have a second part of the question.
If you said scientific,
I have a second part of the question. I have a second part of the question.
Go on.
Okay.
If fuckers would not accept human as an answer, I would go as far back into the human fucking like species chain until it becomes just far enough to become like considered an animal.
So
basically a chimp.
So as you all see, I'm the only honest person on this podcast. I'm the only genuine person who will answer the questions that you want to be answered.
I mean,
and I totally want my horse.
In a situation, I'd say a cat,
like,
you know.
And I absolutely want my answer scrubbed from this recording. If you're taking the easy way out, okay?
Anyway, by that do you mean like our genetic, like some genetic ancestor? Okay, and not
would a
chimpanzees
Neanderthal
are
be a
close.
human?
Yeah, I would say Neanderthal.
Because you could probably just do a Neanderthal or a caveman or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It'd probably just be like fucking an ugly person. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're so clever, Tacoliquor.
Yeah, I'm so kind of quirky. You know?
Well, I hear this.
But you
Besides, I thought it'd be fun to be a little bit antagonistic and just choose a fucking cop-out answer.
Just absolutely cop out. Here I am pouring my heart out.
Pouring your heart and soul.
Pouring my heart and soul into my love for equine sex. And you do this to me. You do this to me.
Fucking. You were gonna say something, Gilligan?
I considered
Sea
going a
urchin.
similar. I would not fuck a sea urchin. I considered going the same.
What the fuck?
I would consider like sounding as sex probably. So an urchin spike.
That's kind of hot though, yeah.
It's kind of sexy.
Yeah, he's kind of sexy.
Is
though,
it
yeah.
poisonous sea urchin?
Hell yeah.
No.
Is there any other?
Anyway, I thought for like maybe half a second about chimpanzee because they are our closest genetic relative.
Don't
Yeah.
look like it.
But
I would say banana since we share a lot of DNA with them.
Yeah. Bananas are fucking sentient
Banana.
beings.
but I still
You know,
wouldn't
that
go
really
one
brings into
kill.
question consciousness. You know, is a banana conscious?
Maybe a sea sponge.
That's a good point.
Maybe a sea sponge.
That is a good point.
What's the difference between using
Probably be
between
nice and squishy in
using
there.
it? Yeah, what's the difference between a sea sponge and a like a pocket pussy?
Or what about funny fish?
It's not a fucking animal. Well, it is an animal.
That's my answer. Sea sponge.
Sea sponge it is.
Wow, you guys were like, oh, technical. Meanwhile, I was just trying to. I'm not gonna. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to think of what fucking.
I'm trying to think of funny questions.
Because the most attractive pussy.
Alright, so I think that's all the questions.
Yeah.
All
so
two of them.
I have like a little thing to close out on if you guys want.
Yeah, no problem.
Go ahead.
So I'll answer first to give you guys some time to think. It was in my head. Maybe we could do this at the end of every episode, or not at the end, but every episode. Maybe we could say what is like one song that you're like totally stuck on right now, and what was the song before that. So to answer that, the song that like I'm totally like just listening to constantly right now is by PJ Harvey. So I was watching this BBC documentary about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and they used this song called Sheila Nagig by PJ Harvey in it, and the song absolutely slaps. I'm like listening to it nonstop right now.
Yeah.
I'd never even heard of PJ Harvey. She's an amazing artist, and I'm really really liking her music. And before that, the song that I was really like playing like repeatedly was "Look at Your Game Girl" by Charlie Manson.
Gamer girl?
No,
Gamer Girl?
not Gamer.
Gamer girl?
You know what? I don't know.
You know what? Yeah.
Because there's some songs that I'm like stuck on for like a day. Like I listen to it constantly for a day, and then I'll move on. So I would say right now it's Sheila Nagig, and then the last song that I was really stuck on for like more than a day, like probably a week, was "In the Still of the Night" by the Five Sadins. Really good song. I was listening to that for probably like more than a week straight. So those would be my answers. How about you guys?
Gilligan, yes.
All right. So the song that I'm really stuck on right now, that I am just loving, is Normalization Blues on AJJ's newest album, Good Luck Everybody. I love the sound.
As music does, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I like the kind of, it's a lot folkier than all of AJJ's other music, but it still has a bit of like grit to it, even though it's really folky.
Yeah.
And I like that. I agree with the politics of it.
Oh my god.
That's all I'm going to say on that.
So you agree? You like the lyrics? You like the message?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So Normalization Blues.
Do you want to talk about what it's about, or not really?
Not so much. It's about the current state of the nation.
Very broad. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
Politically speaking.
okay. And then before that was
Before
like the last song
that-
you were kind of hooked on.
I would have to say it's not really a song, but it's AJJ's. It's like the whole album of People Who Could Eat People Are the Luckiest People in the World. That's just like that whole album. I've been listening to it like pretty much on repeat for a couple of months now.
I can go off the deep end. All right.
I go off the deep end. Yeah.
I don't want to get sued. Next.
Thank
Thank you, Gilligan.
I kind of same with Gilligan. I listen to albums just kind of like over the course of time. So, but if I'm to answer a song, the most recent song that I pressed repeat like recently was something. It's called "The Trash, the Trash, the Trash" by Jeff Rosenstock. I just think it's a great piece of work. It's like it's just I love the sound of it. There's a specific like part with the fucking electric guitar that just like makes you go like oh, you know, like, it's just great. And then there's this funny part where it's like he's just talking about how he doesn't want to kill roaches, and just the backing track is just roaches, roaches, roaches. You know, it's just that. I like it. I love it. So that's one. And then the one I'd say before that is a song I've been listening to a while. My dad suggested the album to me. It's by a band called Osiris. It's A Sailor of the Seas of Fate. And it's a great song. I just love it. Starts with some crazy seagulls going around and like ends with just a fucking like hypnotizing like melodic fucking vibraphone or whatever the fuck it is. And it's just, I just love it. I love the song. I could listen to it all the way through, and it's just great. It's like 11 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's really good. He showed it to me. He played it while we were actually like by the beach.
Yeah,
so it's pretty cool.
Like the only thing I got to say about it is that it's a great song. I think from like beginning to like almost to the end. I just don't like the way it ends because like it builds up to this great fucking thing. It's just going and it's going and then just fades away. Like I get why they did it thematically. I would think because it's like fate, sees time. It just kind of fades away into dust. Blah blah this, blah blah that. Consciousness podcast.
Is it the last track on the album too?
No, it's the second.
Oh, okay.
But like the last one's look before you leap. You know that one. Before you leap. Yeah. So, like, there's no roach talk in that one. Unfortunately, but those would be the two songs that I listen to. I listen to way more, and I know all of you guys do too. But
yeah, it's just for like at the current moment. Yeah. And since you guys did talk about like the reasons why you liked the songs, maybe I feel like I should have elaborated a little bit.
Too late. Too late. Go ahead, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you. I will say the PJ Harvey song "Sheila in a Gig," like it just has this really. It's from 1992, so it's got kind of like the like early 90s like feel to it, but it's like PJ Harvey's like playing the guitar, and like her guitar lines are just like the I don't know, it's just the voicings are like the lines like resolve, but also there's like some dissonance in some of the lines, and her voice is just really great. Like when the guitar is clean, it's like super crisp and like very well articulated. Like her playing is just really great. And the lyrics, just to be honest, the lyrics make me feel like a bad bitch. I love those lyrics. I'm ready. Those lyrics get me ready.
Ready to go on a night in the town, huh?
Yeah, I don't even know what they get me ready for. Like, she's like...
We won't say it on the podcast.
She's like, look at these, my ruby red, ruby lips. Look at these, my wide childbearing hips. And I'm like, ooh... I'm ready. She's like, I want a man who's going to appreciate these hips or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's really good. And do
you want a man to appreciate your hips?
I was waiting to ask the question.
But yeah, her voice she's got a really great voice too. And then in the Still of the Night, I think it was just like, well, first of all, I like the old, like I like oldies. They're cool. I think it was the nostalgia factor, obviously too. I think there's like something about listening to old music that. Well, like obviously you have to like the song, but then too you get that like nostalgia feel, and then
it's like a mouth feel. It's like a nostalgia feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say,
Yeah, one could say.
And also, I've been like, I really liked The Irishman, and it was in the Irishman soundtrack, so I've been listening to like a lot of songs from the soundtrack too. So I kind of like reminded a little bit. And I recently had an experience where the song was like playing in the background, so it's kind of like an epic moment. Kind of
epic, yeah.
Yeah.
You said the right word, baby.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Yeah. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear everything you said. It was just fucking like gray noise.
White noise.
Epic. So I feel like that's it, right?
Yeah, I feel like that pretty much wraps it up.
I feel like whoever's listening at this point, you guys are cool.
You can definitely take a lot.
Yeah, you could take a lot of pain, and take the pleasure with it. So, we kind of talked about this a bit earlier, but we're gonna try to push to do this twice a month, so you guys could get more content like from the three of us, really cool, and possibly get other people on. Like we kind of joked at like one of the friends that we know with with the 50 billion maids, yeah.
So many maids.
So many maids. But yeah, I hope you guys look forward to that. Do you guys want to do any plugs?
Gilligan?
Yeah, you could follow me on a freaking TikTok and YouTube. It's the same for both. It's They Might Be Gilligan.
Wow.
I know, right?
Yeah. Jerry?
Yeah, you guys, I have a public account and a private account. If you can see if you pass the test, and if I like you enough, no, I'm just kidding. I really don't have standards.
That's on.
Wow, I just insulted everyone.
That's on tape. We're using a tape recorder, by the way.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys can follow my account where I don't post on this account too much. But I put a little more of the creative stuff on there. It's yearning to create. That's yearning_to_create. And the account where I'm more active, I also don't post too much, but I use the stories a lot, is expression through music. So that's expression_through_music. And that's all spelled the way you think it would be spelled. No shortening or anything like that.
Okay. And
I don't use Twitter anymore, really. I have a Twitter account, but I don't use it, so.
Good job.
I'm not going to plug that, even though you could follow me if you wanted, but what's the point of that?
Yeah. I forgot to plug my Twitter. It's
your
really
Twitter.
dumb. But mine's Gilligroin. I looked into changing it.
I physically cannot.
Yeah.
They Might Be Gilligan is too long for Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
They have? I didn't know
It's
they
like
have restrictions on there.
It's like 15 character.
Why don't you just do
Wow.
TMB Gilligan?
Maybe.
Okay, but for right now it's Gilligan.
Yeah, for right now it's Gilligroin.
Okay.
I put random thoughts, dumb jokes. I talk about Star Wars actually quite a bit on that.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Go ahead, me.
Go ahead,
yeah,
Victor.
yeah. I'll let myself talk now.
Mr. Podcast Owner, plug your stuff.
Yeah, Mr. Shedcast. Yeah. You could follow me on Instagram. It's Tacoliquor. You could follow me on Gab. It's Tacoliquor. You can follow me on Minds. It's called Noise Reduction. I can't change it, but it's called Noise Reduction because I used to have a phase where I called myself Dolby VNR. You know,
I remember that.
noise reduction.
remember
It was kind of funny. I thought, but like you could if you're watching this on YouTube, you know where to find us. Tacoliquor, and
You could also follow my YouTube account, which is Funkmastaflava, FUNKMASTAFLAVA.
you're throwing
do-
letters.
Huh?
You're throwing letters at us.
I said the name Funkmastaflava
Yeah.
because I do have.
You should have reminded them to pull out their pens. And
I
start
actually,
writing these down.
I actually do have concert footage on there, and I will probably post my film projects there once they are complete.
Mm-hmm. Now, before I was rudely interrupted again, you could also find these on BitChute, which is another YouTube thing. So, well, it's not. It's a YouTube-like platform. So, it's pretty cool. Maybe.
Are you putting our podcasts on alt-right platforms?
I didn't want this to get out. As a Mexican person, I am. I'm joking, by the way.
Yeah, he's not Mexican.
Yeah. That's a lie. Tacoliquor, Mexican, yeah, it works.
All right, go ahead.
I'm being stared at with contempt.
Anyway.
Anyways.
That's where you can find all of us, unless anyone's going to fucking interrupt us again.
Yeah, you can find me at my house.
Dox myself here.
The address is... You can find me at my job.
Yeah. It's on Springfield Avenue. It's
Oh,
sorry, Evergreen Terrace. That's the one. I'm an idiot. I can't even do a Simpsons reference right. Yeah. So.
But what state is it?
So, anyways, thank you for listening. We'll have this posted soon enough. Today. By the time you're listening to this, and a day in the past by the time you're listening to it in the future. So.
For the really necessary.
It is necessary. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, it wasn't funny.
Bye.
Thank you. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Everyone say bye.
See you. Bye. Love you.